everybody, how are you doing? This is Keiko. So today, look at these lovely ladies, Candace Craw-Goldman, Masako Stewart, my two soul sisters, and we are in Candice, Wichita, Kansas wellness studio. Physically, we are together. So before this video, I shared our interview in my channel, and some of you already viewed my our interview and commented like beautiful, posted beautiful comments. Thank you so much. And the reason Masako and I visited Candace this time, December 2018, is because we would like to experience BQH, Beyond Quantum Healing. BQH can be done online. However, Masako and I wanted to do in person. So I'm a practitioner of BQH, but I'm a newly just finished my course. And when I was when I was studying her course, I was listening to her inductions, her actual demonstrations videos, her voices, so hypnotic. And I wanted to really I wanted to experience by Candice how it would be for my case. I have never tried either BQH or Dolores Cannon's QHHT. Masako, she is my friend, my best friend. She is a professional counselor, and also she does different type of past life regressions. It's not BQH, but she has many experiences, guiding clients and also as a client. But today we experienced something little bit different. Not one-on-one session. We did, what was the name? Okay, I forgot.
Tandem sessions.
Tandem sessions. And two of us being induced together, and she, as a practitioner, she can guide us through the journey. So, Candace, could you please explain what is tandem session and how it went?
Well, the first thing I wanted to say is, we start with a quite beautiful and special water alchemy ceremony to begin this, where we set the intention for the session. So some people may say, well, how can you decide to do a session together or have a unified experience? And I believe one of the reasons it works so well is the water alchemy portion, because we created a small ceremony intending for you two to experience a life where they knew each other in a parallel existence. And that's exactly what happened. So we made them both comfortable. I used the BQH induction, and they found themselves in another life, in another realm, and they had a relationship and an experience, and it was amazing.
It was absolutely amazing, Masako. And very interestingly, we set up two computers, try to record this session, and Candace set up a professional grade microphone just in front of us. We are laying on the bed and the recliner sofa. In front of us there was a professional microphone, two computers. Boom, we set up, everything was ready. And then we recorded. So we thought. And magically, interestingly, the microphone was not recorded. Our entire session was not recorded. One of the two computers, she thought it was recorded. It was not. And my computer, we were whispering most of the throughout the sessions, whispering when we spoke, and it hardly can, anybody hardly can hear our whispers except the Candice's voice. So it was not meant to be shared, and I kind of understand why.
Yeah,
it was very personal.
There was some information there that you probably want to keep to yourself.
Okay. But briefly, what I like to share with you, what I experienced. So we both experienced the same lifetime together, next to each other. So both of us saw a lifetime of Egypt. We are both Egyptian. I was a female. She was a male. Would you like to say? Would you like to share?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first scene that I was able to see was that so many people were talking to me with the very sad facial expressions. And Candace guided me to see what kind of clothes I was wearing, what kind of shoes I was wearing, and the very, very easy way of being guided. And then I knew I was in Egypt, and something happened. And she asked Keiko where she was, and then she guided Keiko, and she was surprised that before she said where she was, she heard where I was. So that was a surprise for you.
Yes, it was really absolutely like, whoa, she said that already. Should I say? I even felt I'm not copying her. I was already, before Candice was inducing and going through the tunnel, different dimensions, I was already knew before I landed. I traveled to Egypt, and I was having a gemstone, ruby gem around my forehead. I was a long hair, dark long hair female, rather young. I didn't pay attention about age, but young female with black long hair, and so basically my lifetime back then the Egyptian, as an Egyptian female, I was a queen. I was a female, and I was killed, and I killed, probably hit my. I just felt the heaviness and the like a dull pain, sharp pain on on top of my head, around also back of my head, upper head, like back of my head, and I was glued to the pillow, to the bed. I couldn't move. I even felt my head was dented, like a dent in my back of my head. And I knew I'm not going to move anymore. I didn't have like a physical pain, unbearable pain or anything, but I knew that was it. I'm dying. I'm dead.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It's very deep healing.
Very, very deep healing. And after that, I was peeking from a castle or a big beige, like a light brownish building. I was looking through the window or some type of opening, like an arch opening. But I felt like I was in the body, but I was not in the body. But later on, I realized I was already a spirit, watching what's going on after that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Often when this was a past life experience, so the consciousness leaves the body at death, but it hangs around the body for a while. And so that's what we were learning during the exploration, that she knew who she was. She couldn't really move. She knew she was either dying or dead. But it was really, really interesting because she didn't say that right away. You said it
I did.
First, because we were asking, what are the people, because the people were coming at you, asking lots of questions. And for me, the really amazing part about this, well, not only some of what you've said already, that you already knew where you were going to go. You already knew you were going to end up in Egypt.
Yes.
She didn't say anything until Masako said, I think I'm in Egypt. And that's when she was like, whoa.
And she said, very sandy.
Yeah.
And I was seeing already desert, sun.
Yeah, so they were already there together. But here's the really interesting part for me. I haven't done that many tandem sessions, most of them with husband and wives. The really fascinating thing was they had a life together, but they weren't in the same physical scene. Every other session I've done that's a tandem, they're both somewhere doing something in near proximity. But they shared a life, and they described two separate scenes, completely separate scenes, but they still were able to communicate the fact that they were husband and wife in this lifetime. This was the same lifetime, and they weren't in the same scene. And the story still completely matched and worked. So that was amazing for me as a practitioner too. That was brand new for me to experience.
It was a beautiful, beautiful experience. And interestingly, I don't know why, but when I was seeing a scene, I was buried with two cats. I don't have cats. I'm not a cat person, but two cats were buried with me.
And that's very, I believe, that's quite a thing in Egypt in history to be. I know that you were talking about that she was buried with her jewelry and there was a ceremony.
Yes.
But then that's when I know this just happened a little while ago. So this is why some of this is coming through. You will remember some of this. And then she talked about the cats being there. Yeah.
It was fascinating.
It was fascinating. It was really great.
Oh, and Doris Cannon also spoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she came in at the tail end when I basically said, was there any more messages from anyone, and did anything else need to be mentioned? And beautifully came through.
Yes.
Thank you for
that.
Yeah.
I think Doris Cannon sent a message to Candace this morning, and then she received it. So Doris was so happy to have the session today, this morning.
A lot of healing. A heavy burden was lifted off of my heart center, heart area. And I really already feel it. I felt it immediately, even during the session.
And then also the things that I really liked when the practitioner led this time the clients to connect with our higher self and spirit guides and spirit teams, and then get the messages through them. And that was a beautiful, beautiful healing process.
Yes, it was for the first time for me, and the BQH first time for Masako as well. But this experience that we both had together today, it was all well worth this trip to Kansas from California and from Georgia.
It was so beautiful. And they got information about what to do and how to work together in the future and why they were. So a lot of really great information from your souls.
Yes. If you haven't experienced the BQH session for yourself, I highly, highly recommend that you try it. And it's the difference between BQH and QHHD. You don't have to fly to Kansas. You don't have to move where you are. So you can contact her or many other BQH practitioners in the future, myself. So you try it. And also if you are interested in healing others or working with others, you can learn, or also you can become a BQH practitioner. So you can request, you can order the course BQH. Maybe you can better.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure. So go to quantumhealers.com and just look for the tab at the top. It says Learn BQH, and we've got an affiliate code to share with you. You can, so if you'd like to save 10% off the course, just mention
Angel 10.
Yep, Keiko's code is Angel 10. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you. This was beautiful. It was amazing. Thanks for listening.
We love you and have a wonderful day, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Namaste.
Namaste.